And before you go to the movies, you can find out more from our in-house movie critic, Miss Tanya. It's Friday here on Good Things. So what we got playing?
We got a lot this weekend.
Oh, good. Finally.
So, yeah, I'm going to back up first. I did get to go see Uncharted, which I intended to see for last week.
But the weather.
The weather got me messed up. But this is the one with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. And they're kind of, they're out on a quest to find some lost gold. And anyway, so really, I was expecting it to be a little bit more like the Nicolas Cage movie. I just blanked out on that.
National Treasure.
Thank you.
I was like, no, now I can see it, but I can't think of it either.
I know. I was thinking it was going to be like the National Treasure series. And this is similar. It just did not keep me on the edge of my seat like National Treasure and the sequels did. But it is still good. I think it's worth going to the movies to see it, or to the theater, which it is exclusively in theaters, which you're going to find that more and more as time goes by. But Tom Holland, of course, is always great. Mark Wahlberg's good. The problem for me is there were just a little few inconsistencies with the characters, I thought. But I had fun. I enjoyed it. There are a couple of bonus scenes, so make sure if you do check it out to sit still because you don't want to miss out.
Feels like treasure movies are making a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, and this one doesn't, it's got beautiful scenery and all that good stuff, but it's also, it's got some pretty cool action sequences and some cool tech stuff, but it not quite as advanced as like a Mission Impossible or something like that. But I enjoyed it overall. Like I said, you just have to kind of forgive a few things that don't really make sense. But other than that, it's a great ride.
Everyday life. Ms.
Yes,
Tanya.
Exactly. And then new this weekend in theaters is one I talked about a few weeks ago a little bit, but Cyrano. And I'm not saying his name right, but it's a classic love story of this guy who, because of the way he looks...
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Cyrano, thank you. I don't...
I'd have never gotten that one.
When I see it in writing, I can't say it. But it's Peter Dinklage, and he is madly in love with this friend of his that they've been friends forever. But because of his appearance, he's like, I've got no shot at this. Well, he finds out that she has fallen for someone, and he thinks it's him for just a moment. And when he finds out it's not, and this is why Peter Dinklage is such an awesome actor. I mean, he's so good in this one. He immediately, because he loves her so much, he goes and helps this other guy win her over. And the way is through his poetry, his writing. And, of course, she has no idea it's really him. So you have all of that going on. And then on top of that, it's a musical. And the music is just beautiful. And the singing is good. Peter's singing reminds me a little bit of some of the last Johnny Cash stuff. Not quite that low. But I thought it was wonderful, and it's beautiful scenery. Peter was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award for his role. So anyway, it's definitely worth checking out if you want like a good date night movie. Definitely check this one out.
That'd be a good one. Someone said Steve Martin did this movie in the 90s. Is that a joke or is that real?
Yeah, it's Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Oh, yeah. It's I was
Where he
going to
was
say.
the fire chief and he had the big nose.
Yeah, and you've heard, it's kind of the timeless tale,
Yeah.
And then there's another one out this weekend that is for the family, the kids, Hotel Transylvania. Yay! Transformania is out. And this one actually has been out a while on Amazon.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if
They went backwards.
They did. They have had it out for a little while, and they decided to do a limited release for this week. So if you want to see it on the big screen, now's your chance. But it's the fourth movie in the series, and, you've got Adam Sandler and Selena Gomez, Jim Gaffigan's in it. But it continues their story. In this one, Adam's character is thinking about retiring, and giving his hotel to his daughter. And then he finds out that her husband does not exactly have the same intentions that he wants for his hotel. So he starts to backtrack a little bit.
They're always cute.
They are. The first one I thought was great. I mean, I really just enjoyed every moment of it. And I'm a big Adam Sandler fan. And so just hearing his voice was always fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm good. Have you seen this one?
I have not seen this one, but I saw the first one. And I think I saw the second one, and my kids kind of aged out of it, and so I didn't have a reason really to go see those. And then we have another kind of weird one this weekend at Studio 666, and it stars the Foo Fighters as a band. They play a fiction. They have a fictitious name in the movie, but they actually move into this haunted house to start recording a new studio album, and the next thing you know, some bad stuff starts happening. But they started promoting this movie at the same time that they were promoting a different horror movie, and I kept getting very confused. But the way this one came to be is Dave Grohl, to me, he's the face of the Foo Fighters. He, had been approached about doing a horror movie a few years ago, and he thought that was the craziest thing. And he was actually really looking for a house to rent to build a studio to record with the Foo Fighters. And while he found this house that he thought looked like a haunted house, he remembered someone approaching him about this movie. He made a call, and the next thing you know, they filmed it. So
I didn't know they were actors.
Yeah, well, they play themselves, I guess. But Dave has a lot of experience with documentaries. He's done some really good music documentaries. So anyway, so if you're into that kind of thing or a fan of the band, I would think you would really like this one. And then the last one is straight to streaming, and it's a Medea Homecoming.
This is number like 12, 10, 13?
I know.
I can't remember.
I've lost count. And she shows up in different movies, too. So she's been around a while, but Tyler Perry keeps saying this is it. And he retired her a few years ago, and he's like, this is it, no more Medea. And I guess the masses did not let that happen because he felt the pressure to
I'd put on
pull
that
out the wig again.
As long as I could take that money to the bank. Which has made him a bunch.
Exactly.
Folks love Medea.
And I did see it. I watched it. And
where's it streaming?
It's on Netflix. So if you like Medea, you're going to like this one. If you like, all the previous movies, Tyler's got a formula, whether it be a Medea movie or one of his others. He's got a good formula going, and it works, where he mixes in, a lot of common sense with comedy, with some heartwarming moments. He always kind of has a message that he's putting out there. But with that, you get some bathroom humor. Some of Medea's family kind of get on my nerves. I don't like some of those jokes and stuff. But Medea, I think they should put her in a room and just maybe just have her ask people questions and, let her have her take on whatever, because Medea herself is so funny. But the premise of this one is she has donated $31.49, as she says several times through the movie, to her, I think it's like her great nephew or great grandson. He's graduating college, and so she's contributed $31.49 to pay for his education. So she feels like she kind of has control over all of the graduation festivities. So everybody's coming to her house, and of course there's all kinds of drama, all kinds of relationship issues, and just a lot goes down in this 2-hour movie. But the best is at the end. Over the entire credit sequence, it is her dressed like Beyonce doing like her version of Lemonade, and like the documentary, and it is so funny. I mean, just because she's so serious, But anyway, it's,
Family?
no, I would not let my kids watch it. The language isn't that bad, but, he gets a few things in there, and then he talks a lot of stuff that I would not want my kids to hear.
To know.
Yeah.
Good to know. A lot of good stuff. All right. Well, plenty for us to get out and see at the movies this weekend. So, Tanya, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
See you back next week. And you guys stick with us. A few more good things for you coming up next.